Hi, my friends. Welcome to Lightning Rod Collectibles Live. We are known as the purveyors of fine pop culture ephemera, and you are joining us for episode number 462. We got some cool things happening on today's show. We're going to jump right into it, my friends. We are going to start, first of all, by saying hi to everybody who's watching. Please feel free to identify yourself so we may greet you properly, like Robert Kennedy and Rodney Cooling. Hey, gentlemen, how are you? Thank you for joining me. We got some cool stuff going on today's show. I'm going to start right off with that book at the top row on the far left. I'm going to put this up so that we can see everything close up. I'm going to start with this one. Ah. Okay, this gentleman is an auction item. This is an auction item from the Diamond Age of Marvel Comics. Let me get ready to put the info you need into the feed. There we go. This is a Diamond Age Marvel Comics auction item. It is Origin 2, number 1B. This is the book that continues the origin story of the young mutant boy by the name of James Howlett, who grew up to be the man everyone knows as Logan, aka Wolverine. This shows how he got his mutant powers, how he developed his bone claws, and how he made his way in the world, running away from home. So this, my friends, is a key issue. It is written by Paul Jenkins. Art inside by Andy Kubert, one of the great Kubert brothers, whose father was the legendary Joe Kubert. We've got some of Joe Kubert's work coming up in a little while. And this issue has a great variant cover by Scotty Young. And we have a bid. Rodney Cooling says $14, which is our opening bid. Thank you, Rodney. That is awesome. Now, Rodney has a $14 bid going. You need to know that he has the high bid. If you would like to be on top and be the high bidder, you need to beat Rodney. Please pardon my passing across the camera. Whoop. Just had to get, since this is an auction, my trusty gavel. While we're waiting for anybody to possibly challenge Rodney, I'm going to show you the next book. We have an opening bid on this issue, Origin 2, number 1, at $14. Meanwhile, we're going to jump to this one. An oldie but goodie from the Silver Age. Let me put this up in the feed. After we do that top row, I'm also going to introduce some special items. And these are items that are representative of the upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe film, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I've got some special stuff coming up on that. All right, this is a Silver Age DC Comics claim. It is a claim item, which means it's a buy it now. And Robert said, what I wrote was what you wanted on Messenger. Thank you so much for that, Robert. I did see that. I saw you put it in a little while ago. Douglas Wells sent me some quotes. Thank you. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate that. I'm going to use that in some very near future advertising. Rodney, I'm going to ask you the same thing that I asked of Douglas Wells and Robert Kennedy. If you would send me, at your leisure time, a quote from you, or quotes from you, talking about your positive experience with Lightning Rod Collectibles. I would like to use your quotes to integrate into my advertising. Nothing is better than word of mouth, I say. So this is the best way to go about it. So Rodney, if you would be so kind as to do that for me, I would be very, very grateful. This book right here, it is a Silver Age DC Comics claim item. It is a buy it now. It is Superman, Volume 1, number 168. Superman, Volume 1, number 168. And I'm just going to turn the music down just a tad. And then I'm going to take a swig of my drink. And then I'm going to explain what the deal is with Superman number 168. First of all, we've got a couple stories in this issue. The stories are written by Edmund Hamilton and Leo Dorfman. And the art inside is by Kurt Swan, who did the pencils. Scott Goodell has just joined us. Hey, Scott. Or at least he sends us a thumbs up. Kurt Swan with inks by George Klein and Al Plastino, who penciled the other story. The cover is by Kurt Swan with inks by George Klein. Now, this is a key issue. Why is it a key issue? Very good question. I'm glad you asked. Well, let me explain. This issue features a letters page that replaced... No, wait, I'm sorry. It's not an actual letters page. This is in the space of the letters page. The regularly scheduled letters page for this issue was preempted for a very good, albeit tragic reason. it was replaced by a tribute section focusing on the death of President John F. Kennedy. Also included in the tribute on that page is a glimpse of preliminary artwork of pencils on an upcoming Superman story at that time, where within the pages of the story, it was planned for Superman to meet President Kennedy at the White House. The story got postponed. It was supposed to be for this issue, number 168. It got postponed. And they weren't sure if they're going to publish it at all. Because when this issue was about to go to press, the news broke that President Kennedy was assassinated on that fateful November day in Dallas in 1963. And they were going to just scrap the story. They were just going to put it on the shelf. And at that point, it wasn't planned for the story to even see the light of day. But, of course, President Kennedy, before he died, knew that DC Comics was going to do this feature of him in the pages of the Superman comic book. So after he died, Vice President Lyndon Johnson, who moved up the chain to become president, he contacted DC Comics and he urged them to print the story. That story appeared in the following issue, Superman number 169. So that issue, which I unfortunately do not have, is also a collector's item. Just so you guys know, if you ever want to look for it, you Superman fans out there, you're going to want to get issue 168 and 169. 168, I can help you with, because it is a buy it now today. This April 1964 issue, with a grade range of 3.5, very good minus, to 4.0, very good condition, is a buy it now at $20. This book can be yours. Claim it, and it will be yours for $20. What an awesome story that is. Albeit tragic, it is an awesome story. So, the next issue, actually, I'm sorry, not the next issue, 2 issues later, because in my notes it says it was Superman Volume 1, number 170, that the story actually saw print. So my mistake, not issue 169, but 170. And referencing back to Origin 2, number 1B, it has an opening bid from Rodney Cooling. That opening bid is $14. So we're going to close that out in just a few minutes, trying to give any stragglers a chance to come in and outbid him if they're so inclined to. Otherwise, this book is going to go home to Rodney Cooling, our friend in Queensland, Australia. So, on Origin 2, $14 opening bid going once by Rodney Cooling. And then you have this great book, Superman number 168, collector's item, key issue. 2 issues from now is definitely a key issue. So we are going to put this back on the rack. Please remember that anything that has not been won by bid or claimed is still available. Then there's this one. Oh, great issue. Okay, let me give you the scoop on this one. This book is a Bronze Age Marvel Comics claim item. You'll have to dig a little deeper into your pockets for this one, because this is a key issue. Here we have Bronze Age Marvel. I'll buy it now. It's yours to claim. It is The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, number 128. The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, number 128. The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, number 128. It is a key issue. The story is by Jerry Conway. The art by Ross Andru and Frank Giacoia, with an inking assist by Dave Hunt. The cover is by John Romita Sr. I said this is a key issue. It is the 4th issue of Spider-Man to be drawn by Ross Andru. It features the second appearance, the first full appearance, of the Vulture 3. There was not 1, not 2, but 3 Vultures. This is the 3rd Vulture. His name is Dr. Clifton Shallot, and he makes his first appearance in this issue. This came out in January of 1974. The grade range is 6.0, fine condition, to 6.5, fine plus condition. Six point 0 to 6.5. So buy it now is what you want to know. So I will tell you. Buy it now on this book. It's $50. Claim it, and it is yours for $50. I see we have a 3rd person watching. My friend, please identify yourself so that we may greet you properly. And getting back to a moment to Origin 2, number 1B, the Scotty Young variant. Rodney Cooling has the high bid, the opening bid, at $14. And I'm going to say $14 on Origin 2, number 1B, going twice. This is your last chance to get Origin 2, number 1B, if you are so inclined to. Otherwise, this book is going home. Long distance to Queensland, Australia, and the home of Rodney Cooling. All right, we're about to close it out. Rodney, you still with us? We said going once on Origin 2, number 1. Number 1B. We said going twice on Origin 2. And sold. Rodney Cooling, congratulations. That book is yours. And I'm going to label this puppy up in just a minute. There it is. This book is sold in auction to Rodney Cooling. Congratulations, Rodney. Now we're going to give you your props in the feed. Yes, indeed, Robert. All right. Giving a nice shout out to Rodney Cooling, for winning Origin 2, number 1B. Congratulations and thank you. All right. Tell you what we're going to do next. Oh, I have to show you this. We've got a magnificent set coming up to honor the Marvel Cinematic release, which is coming into theaters in about 10 days. Wakanda Forever. Black Panther. Wakanda Forever. Let me put in the feed. what you're about to see and bid on. This is going to be a reserve auction. Reserve bidding is coming up. Now, you remember how that works. We start all of our Lightning Rod reserve auctions at $1. I guarantee you, the items that we put up for an opening bid of $1 will not sell at $1. No way. And it's especially fun if 2 or more people are bidding on the same item. They have to bid the item up. There is a hidden bid price, a reserve bid price, that only I know at the moment. I may encourage you to bid if I know that you're getting closer to that reserve price, but I won't tell you what the reserve price is until somebody bids and either hits that number or goes over that number. So it is kind of like a secret ballot, secret bidding. Once somebody hits that number, whatever it is, I am then, and only then, under obligation to sell the item in question for whatever the final bid price happens to be. You want to find out what the hidden reserve bid price is? You gotta keep bidding. And that's the name of this game. Now, the items I am going to bring out are from Wakanda Forever, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, you are going to be getting, as a Cinemark Theaters exclusive on reserve auction, the Cinemark Theaters Marvel Studios Black Panther Wakanda Forever concession set. What do I mean by concession set? Well, when you go to the movies, you want to buy soda, popcorn, candy, ice cream, hot dogs, and introduced several years ago things like chicken wings and pizzas. You can get all of that stuff there, and hamburgers too. You can get all that stuff at the theater concession stand now, along with your popcorn. That's what I mean by concessions. So these items are used to eat and drink out of, which is what I mean by concessions. You're going to get 3 items in this set. Here is the first. That is the first item. Now, what are we looking at? Okay, we are looking at the first of 3 items in this set. This is the Black Panther Wakanda Forever motion picture medium-sized drinking cup with lid and straw. The lid has the logo emblazoned on it. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And it's got the straw attached to it. The cup is a hard plastic. The lid and straw are more softer, but nevertheless still plastic. So you get the cup, the lid, and the straw. And I showed you where the movie logo is. And it's got the iconography. You see those African patterns there, Wakandan patterns. Look at this. There's the great Marvel symbol for the Black Panther. God, I miss Chadwick Boseman, don't you? Now, this changes color when it gets ice cold. I believe it changes from purple, which is what it is now, to blue. Purple, it's very apropos that it's molded in purple because purple is the color of royalty. This cup is 32 ounces. Please do not put it in the microwave. Please do not put anything other than cold, ice cold beverages in this cup. But of course, if you're only planning to collect it and not drink out of it, that's a moot point anyway. So this is one of 3 that you get in this set. Get this great 32-ounce drinking cup. Then you get this stunning popcorn tin, popcorn tub. Sometimes they call it popcorn tin. It's not tin, it's aluminum. Aluminum. And it's got imagery on the tub from Wakanda Forever. Got the African symbolism, painted the color of royalty, purple. Embossed into the metal, these figures. They're from someplace else. They're not known as Atlanteans. And there's several fans that aren't happy with that. I know I'm one of them. And there's Namor, the Submariner, right there. So this is the large-sized popcorn tub. Here you have the Wakandans, including M'Baku. I forget her name. Shuri. There's Shuri. There's Okoye. It's a cool shape. It's hexagonal. No. Sorry, that's incorrect. It's got 5 sides, not 6. Actually, I'm going to look that up. It's a pentagon. How can I forget that? So it's a pentagonal shape. Pentagonal shape. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. It has a 130-ounce capacity, which is equivalent to a large-sized popcorn. You can get this, if you're lucky, at Cinemark theaters. If you go to an AMC theater or Regal Cinema Theater, they may have Black Panther Wakanda Forever concession memorabilia like this, but it's not the same. They are going to look totally different. These are exclusive. What you're looking at here, exclusive to Cinemark. So this is awesome. This is 2 out of 3. And wait till you see this last one. Now, what, pray tell, are you saying is that? That is a popcorn tub, my friends. This is a Black Panther Wakanda Forever motion picture, small size, Panther Mountain popcorn tub. In the Jack Kirby comics of Black Panther, there was actually the image of this panther that was carved out of the side of one of Wakanda's great mountains. This is the Black Panther Wakanda Forever popcorn tub. Molded popcorn tub. Look at this. Isn't this magnificent? Look at that. It's a small size popcorn. Small size or child size. Now, they don't, at the cinema, at least at the Cinemark theater that I got this from, unless you really requested it, they kind of frowned on putting popcorn in this in the first place, because they don't want the food to mess with the mechanism inside. And I know what you're saying. Mike, there's a mechanism? What does it do? Robert says, the popcorn tub I wished I could have gotten was some Ghostbusters Afterlife of the Ecto-1. Oh, yeah. I remember many years ago, I got the die-cast model. And die-cast, of course, means metal. It was all molded in metal. Die-cast model of Ecto-1. And I was fortunate enough to have Ernie Hudson from the Ghostbusters series be at that same convention. I got him to sign on the box the Ecto-1, which I promptly sold for a premium. Now, I was saying, mechanism? What kind of mechanism? How about that kind of mechanism? Can you see that? Did you see it? It just lit up. There's a light bulb inside there, and this lights up for you. Lights up purple. Or should I say is it red violet? It's more blue violet. Gorgeous. Now, this is a 46-ounce capacity. Molded in hard plastic with the movie logo and working interior light. The switch is on the bottom. Of course, you can do what you want after you win it and it arrives in the mail to you, but I would strongly recommend do not put any food in this. All right, isn't this awesome? You get all three items. Oh. Yeah, hold it like that. All three items from October 2022. The grade range is 9.9 near mint. 9.9 near mint to 10.0 gem mint. And when it comes to popcorn tins and tubs from the movies, I like to bring to the show virgin cups, virgin tubs, stuff that drinks have never been poured into, stuff that popcorn was never eaten out of. I'm sure somebody doing what I do would just as well order this stuff with popcorn and soda and then wash it out when they get it home and then put it up on eBay. I can't in good conscience do that. This is a reserve item set. You want to bid on it and find out what the reserve on this is? All you have to do is start bidding. And all the bids start at $1, but they don't have to. You can start it much higher than that if you want. Opening bid $1. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Opening bid $1. Remember, my friends, anything that has not sold is still available. Anything that you want me to go back to that hasn't sold, just please ask me. All right. We're going to move on to the next item. Anything that has not sold is still available. Okay, here comes the next one. It's this one right here. All right, here we have a Bronze Age Marvel Comics claim item. It is ROM, Space Knight, #1. Based on the toy series in the late 1970s, Marvel took some serious stabs at turning popular toys into comic books, and they did so pretty successfully. You had the Shogun Warriors, you had Godzilla, King of the Monsters, you had the Micronauts, and you had Raw. Awesome book. The story is by one of the most prolific 70s and 80s writers that there was in comics, Phil Mantlo. The art is by Sal Buscema. And the cover, this great cover, it is a Frank Miller cover. Frank Miller with inks by Joseph Rubinstein. This, my friends, is a key issue of ROM. It is the first issue featuring the first appearance of ROM, his fellow Space Knights, and their arch nemesis, the alien race known as the Evil Dire Race. This issue came out in 1979. The grade range on this issue is between 7.5, very fine minus, to 8.0, very good. I'm sorry, very fine. This is a claim. Claim it now and it's yours for $30. And that is a steal. $30. Claim it and it is yours. Wrong. Space Knight, number 1. So am I, Robert. I'm still here too. And we have ROM Space Knight #1. Milestone first edition for a Milestone series. ROM Space Knight #1 from Marvel, 1979. All right. About to move on to the next item. In and out. You're working. I'm still great with you.